some of the real life interesting applications of the GANs. So this is the first paper titled in 2017, Progressive Growing of the GANs, Food Quality, Stability, and Variation. So in this paper, they generated the human faces. I already told you. And this is how the examples look like. Okay, they are all the realistic images of the humans, and you can see, and these do not exist in a real world, guys. These are all generated by the GANs. Okay, so you can see the tweet of the Ian's Goodfellow. He wrote 4.5 year of GAN progress on a face generation. So when we are in a year 2014, we are only able to generate the black and white images, but you can see the progress, and here you can see we are generating the realistic image just like the real human. This is generated by the GANs, and these are the paper titled for the same. Okay, and these are another operation on codes, in which we give a noise vector, we generate an image of a man with a googles, and we give another noise vector, and we get another image of the man, and we give a third noise, and we get an image of a woman. So what we have done, we have subtracted code 1 from code 2 and added code 3. So if you give it to a generator, then what you will get, you will get a woman wearing the sunglasses. Okay, so basically the face is subtracted, the human face is subtracted. So that's one of the pretty interesting applications on GANs. And now we have image to image translation in a GANs. What you can do with a GANs, so you can this is a segmentation image, and you can create into a real output. This is a label, and you can create it to a facade building. Okay, you can create you can convert the black and white image with a color. You can fill the color in a black and white image. Okay, using the GANs. You can convert the satellite image to the map image, and the map image to the satellite image. You can convert day to night, night to day, and you can convert this type of thing, sketch into a complete object. And there's a lot of applications of the GANs. If you have seen the Harry Potter, then there's a moving portrait in a Hogwarts, so you can also generate it using GANs. So it's pretty interesting. So here we are. So these are some another applications in which we are unpaired image to image translation using cycle consistent adversarial networks. So in which we are classifying and monet into a photo, basically a painting into a realistic photo, zebras to horses, summer to winter, and a lot more, a photograph to drawing. So these are coolest application of the GANs. And basically industry, we will see all the industrial applications also. So this is one of the industrial application in which we are using the SR GAN to increase the quality of a low resolution pic. So we have a low resolution pic. It is not given here. We give it to a network, and we perform a bicubic interpolation. So if you have attended my live session on a OpenCV, so a bicubic interpolation doesn't work that good. The image quality decreases. But if you use the SR GANs, then you will get this type of image. And this is the original high quality, and this is the high quality image we have. Okay, for the low resolution image which we will give, and we can check out the similarities between the two. SR GAN has created a good job, has done a good job for increasing the resolution. And the paper also titled SR ResNet, which are basically not using the GANs, but using a CNN approach. So the result, but the SR gain is state of the art. Okay, for a super resolution. Also, we nowadays we do have diffusion models also for super resolution, and they are beating the SR gains also. So all the things are going very fastly. Research is going very fastly. People are generating new and new techniques each day. So yeah, you can see this is the low resolution image, and using the SR again, we get this kind of high resolution image. And this is the real high resolution image for the same person. You can find the similarities. Although there's a little this uh, noise here, you can see it is not as smooth, but it done a very good job. Okay, now you can use the face generation. So I'm playing a YouTube video, so you can see so in this video they researchers try to give you how they created the face. Let's move forward. So this is a source A and this is a source B. So they try to combine it, and by the GANs they try to see it. That's the result how they got. This is using the GANs. Okay. Now here what they have done, they have taken the three images and try to combine it, and they will see how an image looks like after they give it to a GAN. So yeah, you can see basically these two images are fixed and they are changing the first images and they are getting the different results. And this is a case when we give a noise vector to a generator, and generator is giving you this kind of image. And what we are basically doing, we are just increasing and decreasing the noise strength, and as a result we can see how the image changes. We have created different researchers created different gain for different purposes. In this they are changing the style scale. This is a style scale. This car is stationary, and using the GANs they have made it to moving. Just like I said that you can create yeah, just like in a Hogwarts the image portrait is moving, you can create that one also. Nvidia is doing very well in terms of GANs. They are designing new algorithms, and Apple and Facebook or researchers are also working in basically the GANs, and nowadays we are also uh, working on GCNs. If you know about it, graph convolution neural network, these are one of the hottest topic in the industry for the research and for the industrial uses as well. Okay. Okay. So now this is another website. We are going to check it also. So here, this is the website created by Christopher Hesse, and what he have done, he has used the GAN. So if you are give the edges, then it will create it will give you a real cat by using the in edges also. So that is he named it as edge to cat GANs. Okay, so let's clear and let's try to. Although I'm not a good drawing, but let's see what we got. These are the random they gives, and this kind of image we got, and you give the this kind of thing and you will get this edge to SUSEs. You need to train for a specific data set, and then it will create the thing from the edges to the real output. Yeah, he created the portrait uh, using by his mouse, and he created the bag. You can see it look. So I don't know how it looks, this kind of bag. Okay, so that is one of the applications which we have in Against. So there's another many other applications: text to image translation, semantic image to photo translation, generate new human poses, photos to emojis. You can convert photo to emojis, emojis to photos, photos in painting, video prediction, etc. So give me a second. I'm okay. Not an issue. I was not able to find that application. We will move forward. So now my question is, GANs are super. What do you think? GANs are supervised or unsupervised? Type in a chat box. Take a guess. Supervised. That's a very good question. And if you understand the proper working, then you can easily answer it. Semi-supervised. Unsupervised. Okay. So the answer is they are considered as a unsupervised. They are considered, although they have some kind of supervised. So as Rohan said, it's a semi-supervised. So obviously, we do have so unsupervised supervised loss. So GANs are basically classified as an unsupervised algorithm which uses which has a supervised loss in it. Okay, so in general, we term it as an unsupervised, but although they are semi-supervised. So did you send any feedback from attendance? Okay. So there are few company listed here which is using the GANs. The Adobe is using for the next generation Photoshop, and Google is using for the text generation. For how Adobe is using, suppose you give an image, suppose uh, I remember one of the startup in which what the startup is doing. The startup is creating the models using the GANs, and basically they are uh, uh, doing the advertisement. They are using the same model for their uh, for promoting their products. Okay, so that is one of the applications as well. IBM is using for the data augmentation, and we do have Snapchat and TikTok. They use the filter, how the filter works. So they we can also they are using the GANs for the same. Disney are using for the super resolution. As I told you, super resolution is one of the uh, good application of the GANs, and data augmentation is one of the best applications of the GANs. We can create a lot of data if we have a less amount of data. Then using our GANs we can convert we can create a lot of bigger data set. And this is only a 5 big companies. There's a lot of company are using the GANs, and I see a lot of startup to using the GANs for the training purpose, for their different purposes.